What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. I'm excited to show you guys the greenhouse. We have done a lot since I last filmed, so I apologize about that, but it's a whole different world in here now. We got more plants, we got different animals in here. So yeah, check it out real quick and then we'll get into the specifics. All right, so you guys can see the greenhouse is really starting to turn into an ecosystem finally. It's just a start, but the vision is finally coming together. We got plants, insects, and animals. So I'm super excited. The last week or two has been super rewarding, but let's get into everything we have done. So you guys saw the video where we finished this wall up here. If not, you can go check it out. I'll link it up here. But yeah, we've done this. We've added a few plants. We got some Spanish moss growing here. It's actually a type of tillandsia. We got some little epiphytic ferns, some margravias. It's another fern. And then we had a slug problem for a while, so they were kind of wrecking a lot of the plants, but I've got that figured out. So if you remember this Solanum ulinum that we got from my buddy Josh at Jaws Jungle, make sure you check out his Instagram. But this is all new growth right here that I'm holding. So lots of the old growth got damaged by slugs, but it is growing in great. So I'm excited for that to turn into a big old bush covering this corner of the wall. But then behind me, another huge obvious change you can probably see is our big Monstera. So for those that don't know, this is Monstera deliciosa. This is one of our plants at our house. And it was just really outgrowing our house, so we brought it over here. It grows these big, huge, gorgeous leaves, and it'll just continue to grow up right here, and the leaves will just keep getting bigger and bigger. We got some other little plants under here, a little varicosum that I just knocked over. I guess that wasn't rooted in very well. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, so really starting to look natural and jungly over here. And then another huge difference is this. We finally got our tree. So this is a Ficus bengalensis, or Ficus audrey is the cultivar. And this is a super cool tree. You'll have to look up some pictures of it, and then you'll be like, man, why did this guy put this in a greenhouse? What an idiot. But you just got to trust me. It's going to be super cool. It grows these big old aerial roots. You can see it's got some coming out the sides, but with the high humidity in here, all these branches, it'll get these big, huge horizontal branches with big aerial roots that look like vines coming down. And then I can have my plants growing up those aerial roots. So this is going to be a super awesome tree. It's going to be super awesome habitat for all the tree frogs and chameleons and whatever else we have. And you could probably also see we got a bunch of plants planted in the ground. We really only have these 4 right here, or 5, that are still in pots for now, and some of that is going to change today. We got all these plants in the ground. We got to do an update right here. So you guys want to see the dart frogs? This is one of them. They are doing great. Everybody was worried about if they're going to have enough food in here. There is plenty of food. They're borderline obese, but they seem to be doing wonderful so far. And he's out of here. Yeah, it's super cool to come in here and just see the little dart frogs hopping around. And then we got some other frogs in here I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, super cool. Over here, we got some more plants in the ground. We finally put the tree fern in the ground. Poor thing was struggling in the pot. But we got one of our Elaphoglossum ferns here. We got a squamiferum here. We got Anthurium cuticuense here. We need to start mounting our miniature orchids, but most of them are still doing great. Check it out. This one's got a flower. They're so small, it's going to be hard to see on camera, so bear with us. But some of them are starting to grow again. Or pretty much all of them have new growth. Some of them are starting to flower again, but we need to get them mounted all over. Yeah, what other changes? We added a bunch of magnolia leaf litter because we were adding the normal leaf litter that we were finding around here, but it pretty much just rots and gets super dark fast. So we added this magnolia leaf litter. It'll stay like this a lot longer. I'll have to replenish it every now and then, but looks super good. Yeah, we've started working on this. We don't even need to show that. We haven't got very far, but we're going to make this look like a big tree trunk all the way around. All right, the battery died on the camera, so we had to start over. But before we get to it today, I want to show you one more awesome addition. I never really posted much about these guys, but we bought some blue-webbed gliding frogs. See, this is one of the females right here on this leaf. We're going to move her, though, because we're going to plant this tree today. This one is a little bit skinny, so we're going to have to keep an eye on her. But these guys are awesome. In the wild, when they get scared by a predator, they glide from tree to tree. So they got these big, huge... See if I can show you her feet without her jumping, but they got these big, huge webbed feet. And some of them in between the webs, she doesn't have a lot of blue, but some of them have a lot of bright blue on them. But we put 6 of these in here, 2 females and 4 males. And this is one of the females. We come in at night and check on them, and most of them are looking super fat and happy. You can see her hip bones and stuff are pretty pronounced. So if she does not gain some weight soon, I might have to take her back home and leave the rest in here. But we will see how she does. We're just going to move her over here today. There's another one of the females that's up on that leaf there. I would get her and show you guys, but I'm pretty sure she has eggs. So I'm going to try not to mess with her at all. Yeah, and then other things we've added, I'd love to show you, but I can't find any of them. We added a bunch of banded crickets. You might be able to hear them in the background, but they're going to be more of a food source and help decompose stuff. And then we also added a bunch of banana roaches, which if you know, they're little like inch and a half long roaches. And they're super cool, but they're going to be an awesome food source and then also just part of the ecosystem. If I can find one of those later, I'll show you. But that is pretty much it. Awesome update on the greenhouse. We have multiple kinds of frogs in here. We're getting more dart frogs soon, and then some gold dust day geckos to release in here. I'm super excited about that. And then obviously we're just going to keep getting at it with plants. So today we're going to plant this tree in the ground, and then some other plants we brought. We're going to find a spot, plant them, and then a couple of these ones that are still in pots. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the update, but stay tuned.